This is a great tip for anyone using Revit in any discipline. It doesn't matter if it's pipes or architectural or structural or whatever. So you'll see what happens when I go through this. Now, what's interesting, as I'm setting up this little example, I flip over to my 3D view and I thought I would show you what's going, a little tip inside of a tip here. So I flipped over to my 3D view and realized, oh, look, I put all my diffusers down on the ground here. No wonder I had so much room. So I'm going to just fix that live while I'm doing this. I'm going to window all of this. I'm going to window here, and I'm going to use a filter, and I'm going to filter for only the terminals and hit OK. And then I'm going to go over here to my properties and set them to be, 8 feet, which is what they're supposed to be, and they move up. Now, there always has to be enough room to get those fittings in there. And it's giving me graphic option in there. I'm just going to flip between hidden and not. So that's a little fix before I do my lesson on there. So yes, you always have to have enough room to get the parts in when you move stuff around, and that worked out, and I knew I'd have enough room. So here's the real tip, in fact. So what I can do is I can grab all this stuff, and maybe I want to at some point select all of this. It could be anything, and I want to select this stuff together. So it's easy enough for me to go through here and do a tab, and click that. Then I can hover over here and tab, and then use my control and click that. And now maybe I have to just move it, even if it's just an inch or two, right? Or however it is. Maybe it's not everything. Maybe it's just the main ducts, right? Think of this in your own creative way. I didn't have to grab it all. I could have grabbed just the main ducts, because if I move them, these will move with it. But let's say I do want to grab all that. What you do while it's selected is you go up here. It's going to show up under selection, and you hit save, and you give it a name. And I'm just going to call it, AHU, 1-1, or give it some sort of name that I'll recognize. Click OK, and that's it. It's saved. Now, in the meantime, I can save the project, go away for the weekend, come back, I can modify by nudging this. It's still free to move, right? I can still edit this stuff, okay, etc. And then I can recall that at any point, right? I'm not going to do much with this, but as you grab this and move it around or whatever you want to do, it's all still fully movable, right? As long as don't mess with it too much. Now the nice thing is, at any point I can come back in here in any view and go to manage and go to selection and say load, and guess what? There it is. I can hit OK, and it's all selected again. So I can kind of move it or do what I want. But it's like it is a saved selection set, and it saves between openings. I can close this project, go away and come back in a month and come back, and that selection set will still be there. I can also add in and edit it just like a group. So watch, let me grab this, and let's say I'm going to copy that, over by, I'll type in 8 feet. Oh, I missed the diffuser, so we'll undo that, do this again, grab this and grab that all together and say copy, move it over, 8 feet, and then hit escape. Now that's it. So what I'm going to do is go back to my manage, and I'm going to go edit, and I'm going to go find it down in here. These are my view selection saved, and hit OK. Load. Yeah, edit. So edit, grab this and say edit. Sorry, I missed that. Boom. Now I'm in edit mode. Look up here. Just like a group, I can say add and remove. So I can say all the highlighted stuff is in the group. So what I want to do is say add, and then pick, just use my normal selection tools. There, I've added that in to my selection. Now finish and save, or I can rename it. So new selection, rename it, edit it, done. Click out. Now I can go back anytime again and say load, grab it, and there it is. So saved selection sets, fabulous tip for you there.